the Jade Winglet because it's the Jade Mountain Prophecy. But Darkstalker was still awesome. Like, I loved his hatching. Foe Slayer, Prince Arctic was just, like, so evil and stuff. Number 4 is book 3. Book 3, for sure. I absolutely enjoyed book 3. One of my favorite scenes is when Clay, Tsunami, Sunny, and Ledge get hit with the sleeping darts, and it was just a really good introduction to this world. And like we get to see the world of the Rain Wings, and I absolutely loved it. It just felt so strong and sturdy. It's like this world that dragons hate, and it's kind of true. And we also get to meet Blaze in this book, and this was a really awesome story for Glory, and just felt on track. Part 3 with like who became the queen was Glory, and I knew it would be Glory, but it was still awesome, and I absolutely loved her story. Glory's story was just on track and phenomenal. The reason why The Brightest Night is right after that is because like it had an epic, awesome finale. Like Clay almost died, but he lived. Burn and Blister died, which I still think Burn should have deserved to live. I feel like she should have learned something. And like The Brightest Night was an awesome conclusion to the first series with the Dragons of Destiny and how the war ended. And I absolutely loved book 5. It's just part 1 was a little bit boring, and I really did truly miss the other Dragons of Destiny. Like, I wanted to be near Starflight the entire book, and Clay, and everyone. But it was Sunny's point of view, and once you get into the Jade Mountain Prophecy, you would rather get back to Sunny's story, but when you read Sunny's story, you want to get the rest of the Dragons of Destiny stories. And it's like, if you read book 2, you miss Clay. If you read book 3, you miss Tsunami's point of view. If you read book 4, you miss Glory's, and it's etc., etc. But in book 5, you miss everybody's point of view, but at least you get a taste of their feeling. And it's just really nice. And this was an awesome conclusion to the first series, and the first series finale, and I absolutely loved it. Spot on. I loved it when they went to the Mud Kingdom, and they saw some of the other dragons, like they went to the Talons of Peace. It was just really awesome. And number 2 is The Darkness of Dragons. I absolutely loved this book. This book was spot on. You get to see some more secrets with Qibli, and like before we don't get to know much of Qibli, but then we get to know more of his secrets, and just more about how he truly feels about Moonwatcher, and how there's that non-stop battle between Qibli and Winter for the Heart of Moon. And it was just a really epic finale. And part of it starts off with most of book 9. Like half of it takes place in book 9. And then like the rest of it takes place currently. I wish it was more current, but no wonder why it's a thick book. And it was just an awesome finale for the second arc. And I absolutely loved Darkness of Dragons. Spot on finale. Loved it. We get to see more of Darkstalker and Moon and Kinkajou's around. And like, in this book we get to redeem more of Winter's appearance, because we don't get to see him much in book 9 or book 8. So we get to see him a little bit more in this book, and we get to meet more of his character. And then obviously number 1 is Talons of Power. I absolutely loved this book when it came out. This is such a good thought and reference, and we just get to feel Turtle, the quiet Jade Winglet dragon. He's the Sea Wing, he's an Animus. He's a prince, judging by the spirals under his wings. I'm disappointed it didn't show the spirals for Tsunami, but it is what it is. And we get to feel Turtle a little bit. Even though it has the shortest story, his book is 290 pages, Peril's story is 288, but I count the prologues, and if you count the prologues, Turtle's story is, in fact, the thinnest. I wish it was a little bit longer, but it gives us, like, really big ideas and scary thoughts about what book 10 might be like. And I was so scared that some of the characters was gonna die. Like, when that landslide fell on Turtle and Anemone, I was so afraid that they would die. Another one of those scary, like, heart-stopping moments, like when Clay almost died in book 5 and how, but then you realize, oh yeah, they put those spells on themselves to have, like, unbreakable bones or something like that, because, I don't know, Anemone's totally involved in this book. We've never had her point of view, but we see a picture of her right here. This is Anemone, and, Anemone was totally involved in it. She was a little bit involved in book 10, but I would say she was totally more involved in this book. Because I would say she was, like, the second main character in this book, other than Turtle. Anemone was, like, just so into it, and just played a big role in this book. And, like, the fight scene with Turtle and Anemone, which is seen, with a foretelling the future prosthetic ability, or however you call it, in book 6, but the actual thing happens in book 9. I love Towns of Power. We get a feel for Turtle and how quiet he is, but he has that secret, which is revealed in book 8. But that's this video, you guys. Hope you agree with what my thoughts are with this series. I absolutely loved it, and I love all the books. My next video will be on the covers, and I don't know what else, but I'm going to need help with the types of dragons in this world. I'll see you another time, folks. Bye!